Yo, it's your boy Casual with The Silent, a podcast. And man, we're back with another one. And a quick one at that. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe if you got the time. We appreciate that loving for this. Let's get straight into it. Just when we finished another video about left field fights, right? Fights coming out of nowhere that we were not expecting and it rejuvenating the sport of boxing. We just have another one came out not too long ago. Virgil Ortiz and Erickson Lubin, October 2025, near finalization, right? I believe it's already agreed upon for what I'm reading. Once again, shout out to the sport of boxing for getting this thing right. Shout out to the sport of boxing for making real fights happen. It wasn't the fight that we were thinking about. We all obviously want the Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis fight to go down, and reportedly that's agreed to early 2026, where, everybody knows Boots Ennis getting a little touch-up, welcoming party to the 154-pound division. But shout out to Virgil Ortiz, a real one, taking on a threat like Erickson Lubin. Yes, I said a threat because Erickson the Hammer Lubin can still pop. He can still crack. He is a true 154-pounder. He's got good hands, good power, decent ring IQ. Not the best in my opinion, but decent ring IQ and okay defense. It is a problem because Erickson Lubin can beat Virgil Ortiz. Let's get that straight right here and right now. This is a tougher challenge than what Boots Ennis is going through. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz for taking on a name and a contender, especially one like Erickson Lubin, who's on a comeback streak, who's got a good confidence build right now. This is a recipe for disaster for many fighters, but shout out to Virgil because he's a real one that believes in his abilities, believes in his power, believes in his own talents, ring IQ, and positioning in the sport of boxing. Taking this man on right before taking on Boots Ennis, to me, is smart, actually. It's a threat. It's risky. But it's actually good to take on a fighter like that that's got good pop, good power. Somewhat similar to Boots, but let's not dig too far on that. They're not that close. Obviously Boots, he does what he does. But let's get to that defense, right? Boots is a good power puncher. But Boots lacks defense. Good head movement, but lacks defense. Erickson Lubin, good puncher, lacks defense. He's okay, but to me, he gets hit a little bit too much for my liking. But more importantly, you're getting Virgil in a true test, a true challenge that's not taking his foot off the gas, keeping himself at high competition. That's why I really like this fight. Because if he comes out of this successful, he's ready. Boots is no joke. You can say what you want to say about Jerron Ennis, but he's really no joke. Yeah, he's just stepping up to 154, but he's a problem. And taking on another guy who is a decent problem keeps you ready. Iron sharpens iron. This is a damn good fight, y'all. 154-pound division, Virgil Ortiz and Erickson Lubin. I'm here for it. I almost wouldn't mind if it was on a cheap pay-per-view. Don't do that, though. But it's that good in my eyes. That's a good fight, especially if they build the undercard right or put it on a big fight. October 2025, it's going down. It's going down, man. Virgil Ortiz, man, he's a real one, a real warrior. I really like Virgil Ortiz. He's one of my favorite 154-pounders right now. I like his spirit. I like his challenge in himself. I like his drive. I like how he doesn't give up. Even when he was getting knocked down multiple times by Boacek, he never backed out of that fight. Most men would have cowered and bowed. Most men would have stayed in their corner and tucked tail after getting knocked down for the first times in their career. But that man got back up and threw hands and kept pressing because that's what fighters do, not boxers. That's what fighters do. Now, this is the sport of boxing, so yeah, you can be a boxer, but to actually be successful in this sport and to actually walk through some fires and some fatigue and some, trials and tribulations, no matter what you do in life, you've got to be a fighter. You got to be a warrior, and that is what Virgil Ortiz is. And shout out to Lubin because he's also that. Took a bad loss to the likes of Fundora. Took an embarrassing loss to the likes of Jermell Charlo early in his career. It's the warrior mentality that digs these men up off the canvas, gets them back up, pats themselves back off, and gets back onto these confidence builds like Erickson Lubin's on right now, getting good back-to-back victories. Virgil Ortiz digging himself off the campus, protecting that record, and putting himself in top position in the 154-pound division. You've got two men right here that are on confidence builds, confidence highs, and they're true warriors and true fighters. In October 2025, we're about to, where the hell does this fly come from? 2025, we're going to see these men get it on and help grow the sport of boxing and show the world why this is the best sport, period, in the world. It challenges all cultures, backgrounds, you name it. No matter what country you're from, the sport of boxing levels the playing field. And we find out who are the real men of men. I'm here for it. October 2025 is shaping out to a great one because apparently Keith one-time Thurman and Sebastian Fundora getting it on in October 2025. Another 154-pound scrap. We are finally getting this thing right. We are finally getting the sport of boxing in good position. But more importantly, they're doing it on their own without the fans having to push for us to be turned down anyways. But at least throwing us a bone in their push. And now they're jumping ahead. Now they're saying, let's challenge the sport of boxing. Let's get some good fights going. Let's get some good value going. Especially in the meantime, while we're waiting for the big fight to happen, let's let some other things happen. Because I'm going to tell you right now, like I said earlier, this is a risky fight. Virgil Ortiz could lose to Lubin. He's the favorite, obviously, and he should be. But it's a very risky fight. A very good fight that I'm here for. Shout out to Virgil, man, for being a real one, for taking this fight, signing it up. Shout out to Lubin for, jumping up and taking it as well. Ain't nothing else to say on this. Let us know what you think. Hit that like, comment below, and subscribe if you got the time. We appreciate that love.